Alright. Can you guys hear me? Are we good to go? Yeah, huge apologies for that. I had the wrong TP link turned on, which means that I couldn't get any internet from it, so that was not ideal. But yeah, fortunately, both players got a little bit more time to warm up, which can always be handy. So yeah, let me know when you're ready, and I can give you guys seeds and get the set started. Ooh, SV could get a dirty Tetris there. I'm actually gonna get it in the warm-up. Left side is currently 8 high. Let's see if SV can get a long bar over there, but no long bar showing in order for it to happen. That's unfortunate. So yeah, just waiting on ready from SV, and we can get the action on the road. SV, the winner, of course, of the DAS Europa League last season, so got a guaranteed spot in this season's DAS Champions League, and so far doing really well with 7 points out of possible 12. And yeah, definitely one of the players that you wouldn't really expect to be that high on the table, but maybe just underrated before the season. Definitely getting a lot of credit with the DAS playstyle. We have a seed here. There we go. 5C to VB4. Yeah, Vance looking to improve on the season 1 after finishing a little bit far away from the playoff spots, but this time has a shot. A win here would pretty much guarantee him top 12. A draw here would be likely short, and a loss would be the definite end of Vance's hopes, but we'll see what happens one game at a time. DAS! What's up, Jedi? We've got some difficulties getting this ready, both because I was a bit late and because of some internet issues, but it looks like should be good for time being. And yeah, we have it ready from both players. Best of luck to both. We can start game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So yeah, game number 1, decent start from both players, slightly more efficient start for SV with the 20k early leads. Vance taking in 2 burns to switch the stack back to right well once again. So you're gonna get a Tetris right there. 187 versus... I was waiting, there we go, versus 169 for Vance. I was waiting on Vance to get the long bar to give the score update with the same line count. But there was a bit of a drought there, but there we go. We got there. $264 for Vance, 266 for SV. Very, very solid start from both players here. And not really much to commentate on. Hope everyone in chat is having a great start of the week here. This is, of course, the final week of the league phase action. We're trying to do all the matches this week, so we're going to have a lot of DAS in the DAS Champions League. And so all of the upcoming matches, information, and all of the super shows will be made available on our Discord, of course, as we're still trying to get most matches scheduled. We will have a super show happening tomorrow at 21 UTC. That is, of course, not yet final as to the amount of matches that are going to happen, so we will give update on that shortly as well. $408 for SV, 365 for Vance. SV getting almost a 2 Tetris lead for the time being here. Is it the camera, or is there like a cable like flashing on SV's camera, like it, or is that just a camera effect, or is it actually like giving that color effect? Don't know about that. What I do know is that we're less than 30 lines away until transition. Still that 2 Tetris lead for SV aroundish. Well, now actually it's going to reduce to a 1 Tetris lead as SV has to take some burns, fighting recovery well. At the next box height, no worries there whatsoever. So yeah, we could see a 600k transition here from SV, but I believe he has no burns in order to achieve this. I think with 3 Tetrises that would be just a bit short. But with the amount of burns, it could still be done, I suppose. Take the triples. We'll see. Gotta get there, most importantly. And yeah, Vance here with a J dependency on the left side, yeah, has to throw the square in there, doesn't want to wait any longer and compromise stack even more, so I'm gonna go for the option that takes some burns early on. We'll transition at 537, so couldn't really have 1 or 2 Tetrises in the later stage. 18 here, SV at 601, so 60,000 point lead for SV at transition here. Vance taking the triple. I believe he could have actually gotten the Tetris had it not been for that triple, so yeah. Not reacting in time to that, no worries, because there's a long bar there for the Tetris. 570 for Vance, 632 for SV, so still at 60,000 point lead at the start of transition. Single there for SV, followed by Tetris. Yeah, both players keeping efficiency very, very close here. Nothing really to separate them at the start here. Nice burn with the L there for Vance. Crucial for parity on the right side there. Oh, and once again taking the triple. That's the second time Vance could have actually used the bar for the Tetris there, but that's okay. By far way, way less worse than just having a miss shot, for example. And you definitely don't want to risk losing DOS as well in those scenarios, because it can happen and then resort to some sort of slow tapping or something similar. SV with a Tetris 725, Vance with 622. The leads is almost 100,000 points now. Oh, it is 100,000 points now, so around more than almost 4 Tetrises, you could say. A little bit less than that. SV's left side needs a little help here. Gonna be able to get the long bar for the Tetris before things start to complicate here. Vance going for a column 2 setup here. I believe the pieces kind of pushed him into it. Oh, and SV going for this column 9 setup and not working out here. Needs a bar for the... Oh, and gonna early shift the S, and things fell really, really fast parts there for SV at 787. Vance needs 788 for the win. Tetris and line out should be enough from this point. But yeah, still plenty of time to do this. $788 is the target. Ooh, perfect clear, let's go. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get as excited as I did when chasing down the score like that. With a perfect clear. So yeah, just to be safe, you could get a Tetris here, but I don't think taking all some triples might be enough here. With 3 triples, Vance can actually do this as well. Right, Vance is set up for the Tetris here. There we go. Wisely not covering the well with the T, and there's the Tetris for Vance. Vance will take game number 1 after a very, very well done chase down. SV had the pace lead, had by 100,000 points for some portions with 19, but yeah, just that column 9 plugged the well and then couldn't recover from it, unfortunately. Which means that Vance has the 1-0 leads. Finishing off with an 878. Decent stuff. Another kill stream game that will count towards stats as well. So I have ready from both players, so let's go. We can start game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Oh my gosh, that was really, really close from Vance here, able to get the long bar is needed to uncover the well there, but still not out of the woods there. Yeah, that doesn't reopen the well there. Oh, and Vance is actually going to be done at 104. SV will take a quick game 2, tying the set 1-1. GG's. Yeah, very, very unfortunate. That S, just the S bursts. Yeah, that was the thing I couldn't quite see. I was getting my computer to charge, and yeah, I looked for 1 second, and then damn, that is not looking good. Yeah, I couldn't like understand what I didn't like react in time to what was going on, but yeah, I believe that was a thing there. I was just like, yeah, that happens, and yeah, unfortunately, we have a raid from both players, so we can start game number 3 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Right, so game number 3 underway here. SV with 5 Tetrises on the board, Vance with 4. So yeah, SV with Tetris advantage early on, and I'll be back in 30 seconds, so yeah, hopefully not the repetition of game 2, please. Okay, looks like I pressed the key on accident, but it looks like we're good. 235 for SV, 240 for Vance, as both players have reached the 50 line mark. Yeah, both players looks like they faced a bit of a rough sequence here. Oh, and the SV needs a bar right now. That burns a single, but now needs a quick tap for the left side or an L piece. And no helpful pieces arriving here for SV. Needs a J right now. Couldn't get that pole vault in there, which would have been crucial, but almost probably near impossible. And SV being done at 313. Vance is good at 343. Both players threading an early top out here. And in back-to-back games, and Vance will take game 3, and it is now Vance 2, SV 1. GG. have a rate from both players, so we can start game number 4 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Vance with a bit of a rough start here, just couldn't get I'm not quite sure how things turned out like that, but Vance looking to uncover a row 3 setup for the time being. Is Tetris ready? Actually, we'll get the perfect axe transfer to the hole there below, however you said properly. So a little bit of a scary start, you could say, but yeah, Vance had it under control. It just means that SV will start with higher efficiency. Ooh, yeah, Vance going for a delayed burn with J there. Maybe he thought there was a Vitz there, and there wasn't. Could have been that, but I'm not sure what. But it's gonna be fine. No worries there. Ooh, yeah, SV covering the well with C there, but the long bar will arrive to uncover it, and another one from Tetris. So SV with an early 60,000 point lead, 164 for SV, 106 for Vance. Ooh, SV going for a very interesting J placement here, trying to keep the well open, but yeah, perhaps a little bit too much of a base move there, which it's not gonna hurt SV too much, but it didn't really help his efficiency either. Yeah, nice square to the left there, had to keep waiting for the right piece to open well. Nice to play there from SV, 215 for SV, 176 for Vance as we've reached the 50 line mark. $363 for SV, $330 for Vance. Apologies, I had the mic muted there for a second. They seem evenly matched. Yeah, I guess I haven't seen too much that would make me think otherwise, you could say. At least for... I haven't really been watching SV's DOS lately, especially, so... but in terms of paces, the games haven't been that far apart. I mean, SV had the advantage in game 1, but Vance was able to make the comeback with the chase now on level 28, so we'll see if that trend continues for this game 4. But there are definitely different playstyles here. Speed tends to go for a little bit of more risky setups with overhangs, and which can collect its fruits sometimes for sure. 463 for SV, 429 for Vance. Vance in a bit of a sticky situation early on. Late on level 18, 10 lines before posts. Yo, what's up, Sonic? Yo. I appreciate you watching the stream rather than watching the VOD. Really appreciate that. So Vance transitions at around 470, SV at 559, so 80,000, 90,000 point lead for SV roughly. Kind of like the same on game 1, but let's see what the script has in store for us. Tetris for SV on row 2. Vance is at 498, SV at 586. Ooh, what is SV going for something here? Nah, he's gonna burn this down. Maybe could go column 2 here though, as an intermediate well. Looking for the piece to set up, but it's not really cooperating. That's a rough C piece, but I really like that that flat C there from SV. The edges for SV, S627, Vance at 561, able to cut the deficit a bit with the column 10 plays. Whilst SV was forced to take a couple of more burns there. Another one for Vance, and SV will fight back, so it's 60,000 point differential now. Ooh, I think Vance, yeah, there was a bit possibility there for Vance, but on level 19 it's really hard to go for those. Because if you mess that up, it can really hurt you, and I'm not sure if it's always worth going for those. SV 744, Vance 652. And now we're at a stage where both players are able to take Tetrises. Bit of a rough square there for SV. Ooh, and the RNG after that, it's not going to cooperate. Keeps the well open somehow here, able to reopen it. But where's the bar for SV? 749. It's just not gonna happen there. No bar inside. Vance, you need 750 for the win, and to guarantee yourself a draw. I mean, there wasn't really anything SV did too wrong there, you could say. Just rough sequence of pieces for the board he had, which was just a bit dependent. And yeah, that's RNG sometimes. I think Brad just describes really well what happened there, yeah. So yeah, 750 is the target Vance, as... Oh, and actually Vance is going for the Tetris, gonna do it in style, let's go! Tetris for Vance, and the game 4 win. Vance 3, SV 1. So SV needs to win the next 2 games in order to get a tie. If Vance wins one of the next 2, then he will get a much needed win. Ready from SV. Vance went somewhere. I believe it's something quick. Or is the stream just frozen? I'm unaware of that. No, I don't think that's the case. Yeah. All right, we have it ready from Vance, ready from SV. We can start game number 5. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. We're underway with game 5. A bit of a slower start here from both players. Maybe the long bar timing hasn't been optimal so far. Well, let's see here. SV has a long bar dependency on the left side here. And the right side is getting higher and higher as well. This could turn into a bit of a tricky situation if the right RNG doesn't show up. SV setting up a nice delayed burn, but I believe the L could have been flipped the other way to just burn the single. If I'm not mistaken there. Nevertheless, yeah, nice burn there from SV. Japes for the dependency, and SV is back with a good board once again. SV getting the bar for the left side here. Vance unfortunately adding a lot of weight there on column 5 where the holes are concentrated. And yeah, the spire of boxes on top of that is a little bit sad to watch, unfortunately. Yeah, even though Vance is in a burning situation, SV is not able to get the long bar here. I mean, this has been a very interesting seed. Long bar timing hasn't. Oh my gosh! No way! In a game like that, you do the delayed vids and then the long bar arrives a piece afterwards. That is just to contradict me right there. Wow, that is incredible. Vance with a column 3 Tetris 180 for Vance at SV at 228. So it's a 40,000 point lead for SV. Yeah, Vance currently way below a 400k transition pace, so we'll have to up this on the on the final third of 19 play, you could say. In order to get there, SV is around 400k transition pace for the time being. But that of course could get a little bit higher. And yeah, it looks like we're getting some decent long bar timing now, so paces are increasing. 278 for SV, 235 for Vance. 392 for SV, 330 for Vance. Right, so we're on the last 10 lines of the 19 transition, until the 19 transition for both players here. SV somehow could manage here a 490 transition after a very rough start there in terms of pace, so able to have a great second half of 18. Vance transitioning at 429, also recovering nicely from that earlier start. So yeah, the trend in the last two games is that SV has been able to build a lead either on late 18 on the start of post, but hasn't been able to play the game until kill screen, which has allowed Vance to make the comeback. So we'll see what will happen this game. Tetris for Vance, 531. SV getting the square for the tuck there. There's one for SV. Vance take a couple of skims there to fix the board a little bit. Ooh, that long bar in column 4. Okay, the alley is going to be show up to kind of fix that, so shouldn't be too much to worry about. Tetris for SV, 638 versus 567. Nice bar flat there from SV. Placing it vertical in the middle would have disallowed that S to burn, so that was really nice there. 705 for SV, 643 for Vance, so it's 60,000 point lead with the same line count. That is around 2 Tetrises on this level. Ooh, a mischief there from Vance, but not gonna be game killer. Unfortunately, just made the board more dependent. Could use the bar for the Tetris there. And same, yeah, not gonna go for any central wall setups. I believe that this is not desperate time yet where you need to do that, but SV is still with a 90,000 point lead as we are only down to the final 3 levels here. Tetris for Vance, 695 versus 757. The 60k lead has been a constant here, but as Tetris is worth more in the final levels, maybe 1 or 2 Tetris difference might seal the game one way or the other. Vance gonna go for the Aki bar, kinda has to, and there's another one for the Tetris for Vance. 764 for Vance, 833 for SV. SV has 3 Tetrises available. Vance has 4 without any burns. And Vance missing the S spin, that could be very costly here. SV takes a double, can still get 2 Tetrises, currently at 842. Vance has 3 available, 804, and kinda needs all 3 endpoints on kill screen from this point onwards, assuming SV gets his last Tetris. Ooh, and Vance is gonna take the single there, which might make the Vance out of reach, and it does. SV 913 versus Vance's 879. Very close margins towards the end. It was definitely a game where both players could have taken it, but SV stays alive in the set and takes game number 5, which means that SV has a shot at a draw here in this final game. GG's. But yeah, very solid games here. It was definitely close, and both players had to navigate some tricky situations as well. I'm ready for both. Let's go. Let's go. Game 6. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Vance fighting with a covered well here, getting the square all the way over the left, has a bar dependency on the left side and this on the center, and this time we'll go for the Tetris rather than filling the long bar first. Fancy first. Not gonna set up for a center well here, which is the safer approach here. It was definitely very tempting there. Vance with a Tetris, SV with a Tetris, so SV with the better start here, 142 versus 88,000. Oh, the left side line spin from SV, let's go. That's sick. Wow. That's gonna go on our YouTube channel for sure once it gets live. Ooh, but then a misdrop of the T there from SV here. It's gonna be nowhere near fatal, but I have to maybe take care of this by either burning from the top or just building on top of it here. Let's see. Getting the Z and the J, nice pieces, only 3 burns required. Going for a very efficient route with pieces given. $297 for SV, $238 for Vance. Ooh, and Vance would have misshifted the J piece here. The L is gonna help in the pursuit of burning that efficiently there. $349 for SV, $318 for Vance. Yeah, this game. For this game, And yeah, this game could have massive implications for both players. Both of them are aware of what's at stake. Vance going for a column 8 setup here. Gonna check the double, which will move himself for Tetris right. It's a nice adjustment for the square there with the J. Oh, and a actually nice late burn setup will work out for Vance here. And with with 2 more burns to switch it back to the right side, but then a bit of a rough J piece, making the left side apparent, but there it arrives. Vance has transitioned 465. And there you go, SV will transition at 561. So almost 100,000 point lead in SV's favor here. Gonna be able to take triple before things spiral out of control, and another triple for safety. So yeah, I couldn't get those early Tetris in post, while Vance was able to get a couple here. Ooh, yeah, Vance didn't have DAS, I believe, there for the Tetris. I believe that was 4 high for that second long bar. But yeah, played it safe rather than risking the very tricky hang. Ooh, and Vance running out of room to burn here. Perfect LPs for the left side at a clutch time. Couldn't use that bar for the Tetris with the late triple. But yeah, definitely staying alive here. SU with a bit of a tricky situation as well, but shouldn't be too tricky. There you go, getting the long bars to the left and reopening the well in the process. Tetris for SV. The lead is now 120,000 points. SV at 692, Vance at 573. Ooh, and Vance with a very bad misshift here. This is long bar or dead. Oh no, and it's not gonna happen. Vance will be done at 573, which means that SV will take game number 6. Oh man, really sorry with the way that happened. Vance had a 3-1 lead, but unfortunately for his playoff hopes, he did a 3-3 tie, which could be enough, but it's going to be very, very rough. SV with a very nice comeback. Had some games where he had some really good gaming posts, but couldn't finish them out and allowed Vance to take those wins. But other than that, some really good moves on display from SV. Just maybe the consistency wasn't as good today, but still good enough to earn the draw. Yeah, I would agree. I would say it's like 90% chance of not making it in. But hold your horses. SV could get a max out here. 8-10 into 25. Maxable game, but definitely not. Ooh, not free. And oh my gosh, nice quick tap there from SV, but yeah, needs an L for the left, and it's just not. Oh, there's the L piece, but it's pretty much impossible, like, to max this with DAS. Maybe if SV switches to rolling, we could see it, but SV staying true to the Jedi side of Tetris. Even though having won, he's gonna keep the DAS alive. Really, really appreciate that. And yeah, that is it for the set. I'm gonna quickly report the match. And in the meantime, do a commercial break as well. Yeah, thanks to you two as well for participating. Yeah, it's been quite a long time since we've actually had any interaction. So yeah, nice to see you play again, and with the DAS playstyle. So yeah, we'll be right back here. So it was Vance 3 against SV. Come on, no. What? What happened here? Why is this a blank? What? What is this? What is happening here? Why is there a... What is this? Why is there a blank spot on one of the columns? I have no idea what... Wait. Like, what is this? Who did this? Was it me earlier by accident or something like that? Well, anyways, Poopy has 1 win, so... And Vance will be able to overtake her for the time being. Oh, it was you. How? Wait, do you have... What? Do you have, like, access to this? You can change it? Damn, that... I thought that this was, like, protected from anyone from touching this. But it's okay, it's okay. I'll fix this in a sec. Yeah, but it's okay, we'll get it fixed. So yeah, SV with 2 wins and 2 draws, 1 game still remaining, could make a push to top 4 perhaps, but I think it's a little bit too much of a stretch, but we'll see. Okay, but well, thank God you did it, because now we'll fix it forever. So that's good that you actually did that. So it's all good. But yeah, 6 points could be enough, however, for playoffs. But it's looking very, very tough. I mean, there are still a lot of players who have a lot of matches to play, and only 2 wins could give you those 6 points. So it's likely going to be short. AV Geek with 1 currently on 1st place. Sorry, I had to go away for a second. So yeah, as I was just saying, AV currently the top player to beat here. Tommy has a shot at overtaking AV Geek for 1st place. That set will be played tomorrow against Matt Martin, so that could be one of the sets to watch from this season. 1st place on the line. Chiller and Merker, Bendy, Sofa, Geo as well, looking to make the final spot in the top 4. And 3rd place, which still gives you a bit of prize money. And yeah, Miles, man, 14th place, 4 draws and 1 loss. He could still qualify with a win on the last match, though. The thing is that if this was a 2-point system, as we were discussing yesterday, maybe Miles would definitely like qualify, because season 1 we didn't have that many draws, but now for season 2 we're having a lot of those. And we'll do that experiment again in 1 week, and we'll compare this table with the 2-point table just to see what happens and just create a bit of discussion, I suppose. So that is all for me. Yeah, we're still gonna have draws, but the thing is that instead of having 3 points for a win, it would be 2 points for a win, and just 1 point for a draw as well. So it would be like the whatever it was like 30 years ago for UEFA before the 3-point rule. was a thing. Draws are always going to be here, like unless if something very strange were to happen. But for playoffs, it's going to be just a best of 7. So yeah, that is all from me. Gonna find someone to raid here. NHL does 2-1. Yeah. Well, but yeah, the thing with that is that you can get punished by getting a lot of draws because you're consistently matching the other player's ability. Yes, you only get rewarded 1/3 of the points you would get by winning the sets. I think you can get hurt by getting a lot of draws, which yeah, it can definitely be a bit subjective as well. Yeah, yeah. That is true. That is true. SV. We'll rate. We'll rate. I think we'll rate monthly Tetris. Yeah. Let's rate monthly Tetris. Yeah, but here there isn't that offensive play incentive because you can't actually actively play for a draw here. I would say you can play safer in some matches, but that's everything. That's the same with any match format like best of 5, best of 7. So yeah, good night everyone. Take care. Das.